Buenos dias, guys. Welcome back to another video of Mike in Mexico. Happy Sunday to you all, and thank you for tuning in. As you can probably tell, guys, I'm pretty unshaven, and that's because we're having another water situation here in Tijuana. It's Sunday, we haven't had water since Thursday. Again, because they are fixing the pipes. That's what's going on here, and I plan to make a video about this situation this coming Thursday. But today, that's not what this video is about. This video is for all of you all in my comments that keep commenting, oh, Tijuana is so dangerous, muy peligroso, killings everywhere in Tijuana. My first question to you all that keep writing those kinds of things in my comments is, have you actually ever been to Tijuana yourself? Have you? Because if you haven't and you're going off of other people's stories and you're just going off of what you see on YouTube, you don't have your own experience to compare to those bad things that you heard. You understand me? So you need to shut up, fool, because what you're saying, it's not valid. It doesn't carry any weight. This reminds me of when I used to fight MMA. We used to go to the bar to watch UFC, and undoubtedly there'd be that guy in the corner, okay, screaming his I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cuss. Screaming his butt off at the fighters on screen fighting. You need to get up. You need to do this. What are you doing? That you're stupid. And we just look over, okay, at the guy and shake our heads. Because you know what? The guy would have a belly out to here, okay, screaming at other MMA fighters. Because you know what? Have you been in the cage? Have you been in there, bro? Have you even done any training? Do you have any idea how hard it is? Okay? Because if you don't, you need to shut up, fool. And that goes for all of you all that haven't even been to Tijuana. You're just going off of what you see on YouTube, what you hear in the news, okay? Maybe and something that someone else told you, a friend of yours that had a bad experience in Tijuana, okay, but you don't have your own experience of coming here, crossing the line, interacting with la gente here, eating some tacos on the street, okay, to make a good assessment of how Tijuana really is. You have to come here and experience it for yourself. Now, second thing is, for those of you all that did come to Tijuana and did have a bad experience, no matter who it was with, La Policia or whatever, bro, I understand why you would never want to come back here. Okay, I do. I understand why. And the thing is, what I got to say about bad experiences is that you can have them anywhere. Okay, might have not even been your fault. Okay, might have been, luck of the draw. You just happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time. And I understand because, hey, Tijuana is not Disneyland, bro. It's not fairy tale land. Okay, bad things do happen here. By that same token, bad things happen all over LA también, bro. Okay, and I'm not just going off of YouTube and the news and what I see about LA. I'm from LA, bro. I was born in LA. I'm a Los Angelino, okay? Para todo mi vida. All right? Bad things can happen in LA as well, and it might not even be your fault. So this is kind of an update to a video that I made previously on how you can stay safe in Tijuana, and it's not 100%, but it's kind of a safeguard, to make you safer here. Okay. And the number one thing I want to tell you guys is don't drive here. Just don't. It's real easy just to park your car in residential over by the Las Americas outlets. There's a park there. Okay. The street is Sips. There's another street called Willow Road. You can find parking there for free, man. And you can ride your bike or your scooter, or you can walk to Chaparral and cross over, man. And you can call Uber here. It's fairly cheap depending on demand and depending on where you want to go. Not only are the some of the streets here, especially during the rain, they were crazy flooded. Okay, big piedras all over the road, boulders. Okay, not only is it kind of dangerous here to drive, but in all honesty, when you have California plates on your vehicle, you're a target. Okay, you're a target, and this is just a fact. Okay, so the number one suggestion I would make for you guys to stay safe is don't drive here. Okay, number two, and you guys might say this is defeating the purpose, Mike. What do you mean? Stay out of the city, man. I'm telling you, stay out of the city. Come to playas. Okay, come to Rosarito. Okay, these areas, not only are these areas full of Americans, but it's laid back over here. You know, it's a different vibe over here. And I don't hang out in the city, guys. I'm too old for that kind of life. I don't even go out at night anymore. Like I told you, I used to be a big time salsero back in LA, but I'm an early bird. I like to get up early. I go to work and I come home and my fun is jujitsu. Okay, um, so you youngsters that love crossing the border over here and going to Hong Kong Club, let me tell you something. To each his own. Okay, but this is just like LA. Okay, where you get working women, you're gonna get drugs, and where you get drugs, you get trouble, bro. Travieso. You know, if you're back in LA, would you go hang around on Figueroa, bro, in South Central? It's the same thing, man. Would you be walking around over there like, oh, okay, I'm just taking a walk, having a good time? No, man. Those are not the spots you want to kick back, okay? Figueroa in LA or even Sepulveda and Van Nuys, all right, where I left. You don't want to walk down those streets, especially at night, because it's a lot of travieso, man. And you know what? It's the same thing basically in every city you go to. Okay. What kind of lifestyle are you living? You know, what, what kind of life, are you conducting yourself in that manner when you come across here to the border? Because I'm telling you, that's a big mistake. Okay, guys, that's a big mistake. And not there are parts of Zona Rio and those places, the mall and all that, that are, they're fantastic. There's a museum that I still haven't visited. Okay, I've only gone around the outside. Um, Later on, possibly when I get, I can free myself of driving. There are some art classes that I want to take, but la gente aquí always tell me don't go to colonias, okay, and those are the spots in between the hills on the way to playas from Zona Rio and Zona Centro from La Línea. There's nothing there anyway, but there are just some spots that I would suggest you avoid. It's just like LA, okay? You're down in LA, you don't want to go to Van Nuys, man. You don't want to go there if you don't have to. Okay, especially at night. Prostitutes all over the street. Youngsters doing street takeovers. Everybody getting shot. South Central is the same thing. You know why? Downtown LA, you don't want to go. You those back there in LA are gonna tell me you want to walk down Fifth and Sixth Street in downtown LA. Okay, middle of Skid Row. The horrendous things you see on that street, it's unbelievable. Way worse than Tijuana, you know. And I've been there, bro. I'm from there. Used to cruise through there, while I was doing rideshare. So these are my own experiences, you know. At the same time, you can come to Tijuana and also have a good experience, okay? And like I said, it's not a perfect city. It's not foolproof that something bad might not happen to you. Okay, but these are some precautions that I have in place for you so that you can stay safe. Number three, don't be flashy. Okay. I don't have this problem because I'm not that type of person to be wearing gold and gold in my glasses. And I went over this the last time in that last video. Rings like with diamonds and all that. It's not my style, bro. Don't be flashy when you come here because if you are, you make yourself a target. Okay. And I have spoken to people, okay, two of my riders last week, that had bad experiences in Tijuana for different reasons. Okay. So bad things can happen to you, but if you know what, if you're coming over here, this is not a place for extravagance. Tijuana, if you're going to be coming here, from the States, from LA, from wherever, it's a place for minimalists. It's a place to come here and minimize your life and take things slow, okay, and appreciate what you have, a lot of small things, okay. That's the type of place that Tijuana is. It's not an extravagant place. You can be like having that Beverly Hills mindset, bro, and coming over here and trying to, I don't know, man. I don't know what youngsters wear now, like, gold and fur coats and all that stuff. Nah, man, this is not that kind of place. It's a humble place, for you to get away from the rat race over there in America. That's the kind of place it is. Okay. So don't be flashy. That's number three. Number four, speak Spanish. Okay. Hablo español. Okay. At least poquito. Solamente poquito. All right. You don't have to be super fluent, but the gente aquí, they appreciate when you try to speak Spanish. And just by living here, I have noticed that my Spanish has gotten, poco más bien every day because I'm speaking it every day. Come here and try to immerse yourself in the culture. You know, don't come over here with that attitude of you just want to come to Tijuana and you know take advantage of the cheap rent and the good food and just speak English, because honestly, I mean, and you can do what you want, but Americans like that come over here and make us look bad. I told you that story of my Uber driver. I had two of them telling me stories of picking up Americans that were one of them got mad because he wasn't able to speak English, and another one was a group of youngsters, talking mess about the driver in front of his face in English, saying stuff like, "Look at this guy, he can't even speak English," and they're right on the La Frontera. Well, bro, you're in Mexico, man. You know, would you go to China and expect everybody to speak English there too? It's that whole America centric view of the world that America is the greatest place on earth and everybody has to conform to speaking English. Please don't come over here like that because for us Americans that are here and are trying to live here, we want to be here and be part of the culture, and there are lots of, and I'm just speaking for myself, I love the culture here, I love the people, I love the food, and you know I want to assimilate into the culture. It doesn't mean I'm going to lose myself, bro. you know I'm not even Latino. I told you guys I'm Thai, right? I mean, and it's not that I'm not trying to lose myself, but I want to be here and actually learn about la cultura here and be part of it. So let me reiterate for you guys. Okay, first of all, you about to say in my comments that never even been to Mexico, you never even crossed the line not one time, okay? And you're just going off of what you see on YouTube. Shut up, man. Because your opinion, come on, bro. You can't even. It's like you know what it is. Um, People in general have a lot of information now, and hey, nothing against youngsters out there, but You all have a lot of information because there's YouTube and Google and all this stuff, but a lot of times you all have no life experience. Okay, you're just going off of the information that was funneled to you, but have you yourself physically gone out and experienced those things? Because if you have, then you have your own experience to compare to whatever else you heard, right? Okay. Number one, okay, ways to stay safe. Don't drive here. You know, the only situation I can see of where you might want to drive here is if you're going to have body work done here. And, you know, a lot of people do that. They bring their car over here. But other than that, don't drive here because, in all honesty, it's just a fact. California plates are a target, man. You know, don't do it if you don't have to. Number two, stay out of the city. Okay, there are lots of wonderful things in the city as well. I'm not going to say, you know, it's 100% bad. If you must go to the city, go during the day. Okay, and you know what? Well, I already said it. Okay, you guys already heard what I have to say about youngsters crossing over. You know, going to see working women. There's going to be trouble there. All right. Number three, don't be flashy. You know, jewelry and all that stuff. It's not the place for it here. Okay, don't do it here. Just, you know what? You have to be in the mindset where you care more about your experiences than material things, you know? And if that's your mindset when you come to Tijuana, okay, you're probably gonna have a great time, you know? I mean, and number four, okay, hablo español. You gotta speak Spanish. All right, you gotta speak Spanish. If you don't, you can easily get a tutor on Preply. Okay, I'll leave a link for my Spanish tutor at the bottom of this video. But you should be speaking Spanish because you're in Mexico, bro. Okay. Well, guys, that's all I gotta say. These are my opinions, okay, and this is just what I think. And I hope you all have a great Sunday. And I will talk to you soon. Que te vaya bien. Okay? See you guys.